What if, for the next 30 days, you decided to live like a Stoic, not merely reading ancient philosophy, not simply admiring wise quotes, but allowing Stoic discipline to quietly reshape how you think, how you act, and how you respond to life? Imagine waking tomorrow with a different mindset. Instead of chasing comfort or fearing hardship, you begin the day preparing your mind for reality, accepting that challenges will appear, and deciding to meet them with calm focus. The world around you would remain exactly the same. People would still rush through crowded streets. Voices would still argue. Expectations would still collide. And life would continue moving with the same uncertainty as always. Yet, something subtle would begin to shift, not in the events around you, but within the quiet structure of your thoughts. A new awareness begins forming, the early foundation of inner discipline. The Stoics believed every transformation begins with a decision. Not the decision to control the world, but the decision to control yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, and the meaning you give to every experience. So, you begin each day early, before the noise of the world begins. In the morning silence, you breathe slowly, gathering your thoughts, preparing your mind for both success and difficulty. Because every Stoic begins the day with a powerful question. What is truly within my control today? At first, the answer feels uncomfortable. You begin to realize how little of life is actually under your control, and how often people waste energy fighting what cannot be changed. You cannot control the weather, fortune, or the behavior of other people. They will still criticize, misunderstand, judge, and disagree. But you control something far more powerful: your judgment, your actions, your attitude, and the interpretation you choose to place on every event that unfolds. A few days pass, and life inevitably begins to test your philosophy, because ideas sound powerful in theory, but reality always demands proof. Someone criticizes you, perhaps unfairly. Their tone is sharp, dismissive, even insulting. In the past, this moment might have followed you throughout the day, replaying in your mind again and again, slowly draining your energy and focus. But now something different happens. Instead of reacting instantly, you pause. You remember a Stoic principle written centuries ago. It is not events that disturb us, but our judgment about them. Suddenly, the situation looks different. The insult itself has no real power, unless you decide to give it power. So, instead of reacting with anger, you respond with calm restraint, a strength that comes from control rather than emotion. By the second week, your discipline begins to deepen. You experiment with something unusual, something Stoics practiced regularly: voluntary discomfort. You eat simple food, perhaps bread and water, reminding yourself that happiness does not depend on luxury. You choose effort over convenience, walking further than necessary, pushing your body and mind beyond comfortable habits. Cold wind, rain, fatigue, small inconveniences that once irritated you now become training for resilience. Because the Stoics understood something powerful. When you practice hardship willingly, you begin to fear it far less. By the third week, your perspective begins to shift. Obstacles that once felt frustrating begin to look different. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin asking a more powerful question: "What can this teach me?" Problems become opportunities to practice patience, discipline, and emotional clarity. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote a simple yet profound truth. The obstacle is the way. At first, those words may sound poetic, even mysterious, but slowly their meaning begins to reveal itself. Every challenge becomes a chance to strengthen patience. Every insult trains emotional control. Every delay becomes practice in resilience. Gradually, your mind begins to interpret difficulty differently, no longer as an enemy, but as a form of training. The struggles of life begin shaping your character, building strength that comfort could never provide. Slowly, you stop resisting reality. Instead of fighting every inconvenience, you begin cooperating with the natural flow of events. Life no longer feels like a battle you must win, but a teacher guiding your growth. Something remarkable begins to happen. Your reactions become calmer, your thinking clearer, your decisions more deliberate. The emotional storms that once controlled your behavior begin to lose their power over your mind. People around you begin to notice the difference. You appear grounded, composed, difficult to provoke. Not because life has suddenly become easier, but because you have become stronger. Problems still arrive, challenges still appear, but your mind now resembles a mountain, steady and unmoved. Gradually, you understand something profound. Peace does not come from controlling the world. True peace comes from mastering yourself, your reactions, your expectations, and your perspective. And after 30 days, one final question remains. If living like a Stoic for 1 month can transform your mind this deeply, imagine what could happen if you continued walking this path for the rest of your life. If you seek a stronger mind, a calmer spirit, and the wisdom of the Stoics, subscribe and continue this journey with TUAN STOIK, because the path to wisdom is walked one thought at a time.